Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Josh, and in today's video we are going to be discussing the second stimulus check and the possibility of whether we, the American people, will receive one. But first, real quick, if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that like button below. It helps get this video out to other people like you, and also comment below whether or not you think we will receive another stimulus payment. Now, during testimony on Capitol Hill on Wednesday, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin was asked, if you were king for a day, what would you put in the next stimulus bill? And Steven Mnuchin answered with 4 different things. So the things that he mentioned were to encourage businesses to rehire people, support for travel, leisure, and restaurant sectors, address unemployment, and finally, direct money to stimulate the economy. Now, direct money to stimulate the economy could mean a numerous amount of things. And while this could mean what we all hope that it means, direct money to the American people in our pockets, it could also mean funding to businesses in specific sectors that were hit the hardest. So really here, Steven Mnuchin was kind of beating around the bush and wasn't exactly telling us whether American people would receive another direct stimulus payment. Now for some good news, Steven Mnuchin did note that the economy already started to recover and cited the most recent jobs report that showed a net gain of 2.5 million jobs, and the unemployment rate also saw a 1.4% improvement from April to May, which of course is great for the economy and all. People are finally going back to work, people are getting their jobs back. However, the bad news with all that is since the economy is improving and people are going back to work, the Republican-controlled Senate could have less motivation to go out and try to pass another stimulus bill, as they could see that there may not be a need for another stimulus bill. And now moving on to some bad news, there have been 21 states that have reported a spike in the amount of cases as far as the virus goes, which of course is pretty obvious because governments are loosening restrictions. You're seeing a lot more businesses opening up. Restaurants are now operating at almost 100% capacity. You're even seeing a lot of theme parks opening up. So people are finally getting out of their houses, they're interacting with others, and maybe we're getting a little bit more relaxed. And I don't think that people are in as much fear as they were maybe a couple of months ago. So if there is another spike in cases, that may result in another shutdown, which of course the only good thing that would come out of that is a possibility of another stimulus check to the American people. But we don't really want to see any of our friends or family members, especially ourselves, getting ill or possibly even dying from this bad virus. So on one end, receiving another stimulus check would be great, but we don't want to see that at an expense of other people dying. Now, the Senate Republicans will begin drafting the next stimulus bill, but I wouldn't expect anything to be complete or passed until the end of July. For the most part, the Republicans are focused on getting people back to work and seeing the unemployment rate continue to drop month by month. They're looking to encourage people to go back to work rather than extending unemployment benefits. So with millions of people going back to work and the economy seemingly improving, the chances of another stimulus check to the American people may seem low, but you also have to keep in mind that elections are coming up in November, and Trump knows this, the Republicans know this, and I think that they may also know that another stimulus check to the American people could go a long ways in determining who is elected into office come November. So they may also have that in mind. So let's not completely throw the idea of another stimulus check out the window. And while it may seem unlikely for another stimulus check to the American people, there is always a chance, so I can't completely discredit it. So with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Once again, leave a comment in the comment section below, letting me know whether or not you think another stimulus check to the American people will pass or not. And until next time, I'll see you guys, and I hope you have a great day today.